Hi, I'm Alex Bellis with IHS Automotive, and we're here today with a 2014 Volkswagen CC Executive with the 2-liter turbo engine. Now, for 2013, Volkswagen dropped the Passat moniker from their CC to further distinguish it as its own vehicle from its Passat sibling. At just under $38,000, this Passat comes loaded up with a lot of standard and additional features. For instance, for 2014, Volkswagen added their CarNet Telematics system. Now this is positioned to compete directly with things like GM's OnStar, Hyundai's BlueLink, and Toyota's Safety Connect telematics systems. But let's take a further look inside and see how these technologies come together. Now here inside the Volkswagen CC Executive, we have a wide range of HMI options. We have everything from hard keys to a touchscreen to an instrument cluster display that happens to be dot matrix. We also have steering wheel controls and a relatively minimal voice recognition system. Now, as far as the steering wheel controls go, they worked pretty well, but we did find them to be a little bit on the small side. Also, Volkswagen doesn't use the same general icons and pictures that other manufacturers use in their vehicles, so the learning curve took a little bit of time to get accustomed to. We were also surprised that for Bluetooth phone pairing, all of that is done exclusively through the instrument cluster display. And you'd think for something as important as the instrument cluster display, Volkswagen would have switched to something like a color LCD screen by now, but nope, they're still using the same old black and white dot matrix display. Now, with the 6.5-inch touchscreen, it's flanked by 8 different buttons that give you quick and easy access to different functions. However, when talking about the touchscreen, it's worth mentioning that there's a little bit of inherent lag that we noticed, and it didn't always respond to our inputs immediately. This is especially evident with the navigation system. Now, with the 6.5-inch screen, we didn't see any 3D mapping. We were a little bit let down by the lack of diversity in the colors. It's a very basic navigation system. We were also surprised that there really wasn't any voice recognition for the navigation system. You can change out anything with the touchscreen, however, that's still available while driving, which doesn't fit with NHTSA's guidelines for distracted driving. Now, with this hard drive-based navigation system, we also have a 20 gigabyte partition available for audio storage. Now, the only way to transfer files to this hard drive jukebox system is through CD MP3s. Unfortunately, not a lot of people carry around MP3 CDs these days. And we thought that having an SD card slot would be an option for transferring files, but that doesn't work. That only works if you want to play music. Now, in addition to the HDD hard drive system, we also have AM/FM radio, HD radio, Sirius XM radio, the CD player I mentioned before that also does include a DVD playback feature. And then we also have this sort of weird, outdated media device interface that is proprietary to Volkswagen at this point in the glove box. It took us a really long time to find it because not only is it in the glove box, but it's in its own separate compartment in the glove box. You have to pull down this little orange tab, and then it drops down with this separate plug-in for your iPod. Now, I do say iPod because it is an iPod-only interface. You can buy separate cables from Volkswagen to play USB and things like that, but with the vehicle we came with, you could only hook up an iPod to it. So, I do want to point out that there really isn't any form of USB inputs in this car, which is a big shame in this day and age, where every car has USB ports, standard pretty much. And on top of that, we weren't overly impressed with the stereo system. It always sounded kind of flat to us, and although there is a 10-speaker 600-watt Dynaudio system that is available, it's not available in this trim level. The only way to get that is to step up to the V6 4Motion system in the top-of-the-line CC. Now, one last thing I want to talk about inside the CC is that we do have a wide range of telematics now, especially with the inclusion of CarNet. From Sirius XM radio, we do get Travel Link, which includes things like movie times and weather conditions and sports scores and all that kind of stuff that you'd expect. Although that's not really anything exclusive to Volkswagen. That's something that you can get in a wide range of vehicles these days. CarNet, though, is exclusive to Volkswagen. And for $199 for the first year or $17.99 per month, you get access to a smartphone app as well as computer software that allows you to load up destinations, to send destinations to the car. You can establish geofencing and perimeters that will alert you if the vehicle drives out of that perimeter, as well as speed alerts that'll, again, send messages to your phone or your computer if a vehicle exceeds a certain speed. So with CarNet, you get a wide range of features like speed warning and geofencing, and destination send a car and collision warning and things like that. However, it's not really anything innovative. Volkswagen's kind of late to the game here. It's a competitive system for things like OnStar and BlueLink and things like that, but it's a little late to the game. Everyone's kind of been there, done that, and it's nice that Volkswagen has something to compete with, but again, they're not really changing the game here. Now, one of the most interesting features with the CC is this pop-up rear view camera. Now, for those of you that live in areas that have a lot of salt and grime on the roads, especially during these harsh winters, it was really nice to have this rear pop-out camera that you never have to worry about getting crudded up with dirt and debris and salt and all that kind of stuff. Instead, it's protected under the badge. However, we do wonder what would happen in the case of an ice storm or something like that, because often with added complexity, it adds extra failure points. Now, we don't think it's going to fail, but you never know, and it is one thing to keep an eye on. And it is a feature that really did stand out in this car, and we did like it for that. Now, to really distill what the Volkswagen CC is all about, it comes down to being all about style over substance. Looking at this thing, you can't find a flaw on it. It looks great both inside and out. It even gets great gas mileage. But we were really let down by the technology. All of it just seems dated. The stereo isn't very good, the navigation system's lackluster, and the voice recognition, I can't believe it's not up to snuff with the rest of the manufacturers at this point. But at least they're starting to catch up with the telematics. I do feel it's a little bit too little, too late, but at least they're trying. But if it was my hard-earned $40,000 that I was going to spend on a car, I don't think I'd even look at this one twice. So unfortunately, I think Volkswagen missed the mark here a little bit with the CC, and while it does look great, it just can't back it up with functionality. For this and other automotive reviews, check out ihs.com/automotive or subscribe to our YouTube channel.